me out there, social media world, Facebook. We also got um, some others on the line on our social media platform. It's a pleasure just to be with you once again here at 7 o'clock. My name is Milton Johnson. I am a financial money coach. And so what I do, I actually help and assist individuals, small business owners, those set up a financial blueprint to help them to help them increase their savings and their investments to help them in achieving their financial goals and also reaching their retirement goals. And what I use is my roadmap to freedom, financial freedom methods to help my clients achieve this goal. So it's definitely been a blessing to be able to help them reach their financial goals and investment goals, retirement goals. Some have been able to actually put down payment on the houses. So it's definitely been a blessing to be able to be a servant and help others reach their goals in life, and also learning more about finances. That's one of the most important things. You want to grow, with your finances in all aspects of life. I think self development, self growth is so very important. But about your finances is definitely very important. A lot of people do not know about finances. And so that's where you actually may need a professional to actually help you out in dealing with your financial situations. A lot of times finances are not taught in school. So a lot of people come out of high school, middle school, and they know very little about the basics of finances. And it's very sad. And they get money, don't know how to manage, don't know how to put plans together. And so that's why they seek out professionals. And today, with me being a financial coach, I want to talk about this issue, financial coach versus a financial advisor, because a lot of people ask, what's the difference? Or they think it's all the same. And I can say one short question statement: no, they're not the same at all. Because I've been both. I was a financial advisor. You said, well, based on the name, it seemed like a financial advisor should be able to give all sorts of advice. As a financial advisor, actually you had to go get your brokerage license. Like myself, I had to get a Series 7 and 66. If you look that up, those are some of the top licenses to get as far as being a financial advisor. And with the brokerage firm I had to get a Series 7, a Series 66. I also had to get my insurance license. And not only I was dealing with life insurance, I was also dealing with annuities. And so you actually had to have all of that to actually deal with annuities as well. So it was a strenuous course. I had strenuous training. I was working with. We had some trainers work with us, and and passing the test, because a lot of people do not pass, especially the Series 7. A lot of people do not pass that test, that particular test. So we had a lot of people that started off with us when I was in that training program. A lot of them did not make the program. They did not make the cut, because it takes a lot to be a financial advisor working at a brokerage firm. So he said, "Well, why do they have to go through all that regulation? They go have to be regulated to do that, and that's because you're actually dealing with usually with a large sum of money. So a financial advisor will actually take your money. You will send them a check. I would get check or money from my clients. They would send it to me. I would invest it in our brokerage account. I set up a brokerage account for them, but our firm would be the one that's in charge, my brokerage firm. And so once I got the money, I would accumulate money from my different clients to actually grow what we call assets under management. So my goal was to actually get money from different clients, maybe IRA rollovers, maybe you may have received some money from winning the lottery, or you could have received something from an inheritance, or you probably could have just saved up a large sum of money And so now you want to hand this to your financial advisor, which I was at that time. And, what I would do is actually, okay, look at your investment goals. What do you want to look at? And usually on the brokerage firm I was with, we looked at long-term goals or how to actually invest your money. And so I would sit down and look at different portfolios. This is what you want to have in 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. I would calculate a bunch of what we call hypotheticals to show some numbers that you could actually make over probably 15, 20, 25-year period if you put a certain amount of money in there, and what it could possibly be if you continue to put something in there at a certain rate. And the main thing was actually to grow. The brokerage firm I was working with was to grow the return. We were looking at very conservative 6 to 8% return on our clients' money. That was very conservative, but it wasn't high risk. We weren't promising these get quick rich schemes that have taken advantage of a lot of people, and they end up broke, hardly no money. So we work with stocks. I work with bonds. I set up with mutual funds. Those were basically the main three things when I was working in brokerage firms that we dealt with was individual stocks. We put together. We dealt with mutual funds, and we had some the richer clients that dealt with bonds. Now they like these government tax-free bonds. That was great. They didn't pay a whole lot, but over the course of time, it was steady and consistent, and like 4 to 6% return. And if you had like $1 million in there, I mean, 4% return on your money annually, that's $40,000. If you got up to 6%, that's $60,000 of consistent income that was coming to you annually. So a lot of the wealthy um, clients, even if they weren't that wealthy, they were still trying to grow. They wanted a consistent amount of income coming in there with greater assurity. And usually, if you could look at the bonds, you were looking at the ratings, the AAA bonds, AA, 1A bond. And based on that, we would kind of determine what type of return you would get, because the less risk the bonds were, usually the lower the return, the interest that was on it. But if you got like a bond that's like graded C, that was like a higher risk bond. So they probably was paying 10, 12, sometimes 15% interest on on your money. And people, oh man, that's great. But the possibility of them defaulting was even higher. So the lower the grade, the higher the risk. And usually they would pay a higher interest rate based on that risk. The old analogy, risk reward. And so you would manage those portfolios for all your clients. And as a result, you would get paid based on a percentage of your investments. So one of my main goals, what we was trying to do was actually try to get $10 million under assets, and usually we get 1% return off of that. So you just think in general, if you can get $10 million under assets as a financial advisor, that's automatically $100,000 at 1%. Sometimes it could be a little bit higher than that, 1 to 2% fee on that. And so the higher you get $20 million. You know how it goes up. So that could be $100,000 to $200,000. So what that was the goal, to actually manage that money and invest it in different products. So use their financial advisor. So it was up to you. You got information from your client. You say, okay, I want to put this money mostly. We dealt a lot with mutual funds. So we put this in this particular mutual funds, or they want bonds. We would do that. I had a few clients that wanted some individual stock. And I know one guy actually did very well. At that time, Ford stock was very low, and he wanted to invest a small amount of money. And I was like, man, we're not recommending Ford, but this is a small amount of money. And I just look at the risk on it. I said, okay, let's do it. And at that time, Ford was real low. This was like early 2000, around 2009, 2010, somewhere around in that area. And so he actually bought the stock. The stock market had been beaten down, and if he still had his money in there, he probably made about 10 times his money from that individual stock. So that was a great opportunity to actually for that person to make some money. And that was our goal, to try to make money for all of our clients, be very conservative with the risk of it and all of that. So you were getting a professional, personalized advice on your investment strategies. You're receiving ongoing portfolio analysis, investment recommendations. You're getting advice on protecting your wealth. You was getting a financial advisor that actually bought the stock. I was a full service broker. So you gave me the money. I actually bought the stock or mutual fund for it. You didn't have to do anything. So I would do all of that on your behalf, and step back and then leave the finance. Because we actually had some other people that did some things in the background and leave the finances to the pros. So you left the financial product with me as a financial advisor. I took care of all of that. So that was one of the pros about having a financial advisor was that, you was able to talk to them. You used to talk to them about once or twice a year. That's kind of like you said, I just want to talk to them more than that. But usually you talk to the client once or twice a year. And then based on certain percentages, financial advisors could be expensive. Now, if you start dealing with individual stocks, depending on how much you invested, say if you invested like $1 million, the commission on investing, like say buying a Microsoft or Apple stock, it could be very expensive making that trade, because the higher the amount of money you traded, the more they took out. So you could be paying commission sometime in the thousands of dollars by placing a trade on that. So that was a financial advisor in a nutshell. And so they're good for that. They said, what is a financial coach? So that's what I'm currently in, is a financial coach. That's I have my brokerage license, and in order to actually maintain your brokerage license for them to remain active, you have to continuously work with a brokerage firm, and they had to be over you, and they do such a lot of regulatory things of that nature. But I'm no longer with a brokerage firm, so I'm actually on my own, and so now I am a financial coach. He said, "Well, what does a financial coach do?" So this is one thing I wanted to do that I wasn't able to do when I was a financial advisor. Actually, help people set money goals, dealing with the day to day issues. Help you set money goals, help you track progress. And one of the most important things, holding people accountable, helping them navigate through those challenging financial situations. Like I like to say, there's a roadmap to get to where you want to go. And along that way, there are different challenges and road and bumps and speed bumps and different obstacles that are going to come your way, doing your way to achieving your financial dream. So a financial coach actually help you navigate that. You may be able to help your clients set up what I do, set up budgets, a zero-based budget. I explained what a zero-based budget in one of my videos, helping you set that up, helping you. One of the main things is changing your mindset and, getting discipline on what you want to do, staying focused. I think that's definitely one of my strengths, because before, since I've been young, I've been able to stay focused and save money. And, especially from being a kid on up, that's one of my things. Say. I was never one of the kids to actually just be a thrifty spender, just spend without thinking. I will always weigh the cost and the consequences of how I actually spent my money. So I can actually help you, especially with me being a financial advisor in the past and a financial coach and a tax professional as well for that other tax company as well. So I'm able to bring a lot of things into perspective and help you reach your financial destiny. I first started coaching. I started in 2020. It was actually my main focus was actually helping people learn how to trade their stock. So this I used to help people open up what we call discount brokerage or or do-it-yourself DIY do-it-yourself brokerage firm. So you actually would set up a brokerage account. It could be something like E-Trade, TD, or Ameritrade. I actually used to work at E-Trade, so I was very familiar with that particular brokerage firm. So I would get my clients, I would show them how to open up a brokerage account, show them how to trade, show them how to read charts, show them actually how to read information that's uh, as far as the numbers, ratios, earnings per share, things like that. Show them how to break down and look at those numbers and say, weigh the cost, whether I need to buy, whether I need to sell a particular stock. And some financial coaches have never done that. So, but that's the difference, I think, with me. I've done that, been there before, so I was able to actually coach them through the process of where they need to be. And it was like, okay, based on these charts, based on this situation, what you want to do. Okay, let's look at this. You say you want to get a house, say for instance, in 10 years. That's a long-term program. You're actually renting now. And so now you want to save up, make sure you have a good down payment. You want to get certain things in your house. Okay, we need to let's look at investing in this. How do you feel about investing in this particular stock? What's your risk tolerance? Is it moderate? Are you a aggressive investor? Moderate, which is kind of in the middle, or you say I'm very conservative. I don't want to risk a lot of money. So I kind of dig a little bit deeper and get your insight, your mindset as a financial coach of which direction it need to go. And so working with the day to day helps you get to your short term goals, help you get to your midterm goals, and eventually help you get to your long term financial goals or working with that. So that's why I actually love working with being a financial coach. I get to deal with the nitty gritty of what it takes for you to get from point A to point Z. But we'll start one step at a time because everyone is different. And that's what a coach had to do. Okay, look at everybody's situation. Everyone isn't on the same wavelength. Some people know about finances. Some people have zero idea about finances. Some people have developed some bad habits. Some people have some pretty good habits. And so my thing is to work definitely on the mindset of where you want to go. Do you really want to make this happen? Do you really want to make this work? And once I get insight for me talking with people in the past, like I said, if you're really serious about your financial future, your family future, your grandchildren's future, your great grandchildren's future, are you ready for legacy? Are you ready to enjoy life and have that dream house? Are you sick and tired of renting? Are you sick and tired of looking at other people build their house, get something that can create wealth that you can have equity in? Are you looking at tired of just being in your same area, not being able to travel anywhere? I mean, you've been in the same city or had never been out of your state. Some people I've learned have never been out of that area. They've never been out of their state. I'm like, what? Man, I've been to several states. I have traveled to several countries. And I want you to be able to do that. And I'm not done. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't been to enough countries. I want to be able to see more. I want to be able to do more. But it takes strategic planning ahead of time. It's going to take some, okay, let me delay some of this. Do I really need this? Where do I want to be at? Do I really need to get a whole new wardrobe right now? Or can I just get a partial wardrobe and then save some of that because I'm looking at the road ahead of me. I'm having a long term picture, not a short term mindset. And that's what I actually like about a financial coach. And not about the short term only, but how about the long term? I want to help you look at the long term result as well. We're going to work on the short term because you got to work on the short term in order to get to the midterm and then in order to get to a long term goal. So we want to look at the future as well. So a financial coach get to the bottom of that. And another thing, I don't take a financial coach do not receive commission. So it's actually a flat fee. And so what I do, I offer coaching packages. So if you want to get a coaching program, like say for 90 days, that's a coaching package for 90 days. There's a coaching package for 6 months. There's a coaching package for 12 months, for a year, depending on how far you want to go. If you want to say, well, I want to get my finances in order, then all of a sudden you want to learn more about trading, you want to be in stocks, be able to buy it on your own, and not just listen to your financial advisor. I mean, it's good to be able to know that and still have a financial advisor and a financial coach. I'm not telling you to get rid of your financial advisor, but it's good to be able to have some knowledge that once you do go to your financial advisor once or twice a year, you have a better understanding about the investment strategy. Now, if you're a long term, we'll get more into that, especially if you get in the year program, you'll be learning how to trade stocks. You'll be able to learn how to make a trade with mutual funds, ETFs, and then also, depending on what level you're on, we may do some introduction to high risk level was the option. I don't advise that for everyone unless you really know what you're doing. But based on how you go, if you're in my 1 year program, you may be able to get into the options, which you invest a small amount of money. It could grow exponentially, but it's very risky. And so it'll be like basic call and basic put options. It won't be the high strategy, candor, and collars when you're dealing with options. It'll be the basic calls and puts, and you'll get your feet wet under the 12-month program. And then the 90-day program, kind of getting set up with your zero-based budget, keeping track of your spending, get a monetary goal of what you want to save, like for your emergency fund. You have a goal to actually go somewhere, like say for like your kids' graduation, you want to get them a gift. We'll work on that, those things like that in the 90-day program. And a lot of it will be based on our conversation of what I had with you as far as the 90-day program and also the 60-day programs. You need a little bit more time to actually achieve that goal. And if you can't do that, then I also have for some of those who say, I just want to get a little shot, then we have like a hourly rate as well to be able to give to you. So that's more like what a financial coach can do versus a financial advisor. So hopefully that could give you a little bit more idea about what's the difference between a financial coach and a financial advisor. I've been both. So that's I've been both. So I'm here to help you navigate, through your finances, help you navigate in your investment, help you set sound strategies that can help you immediately, in the middle, and for a long term. So definitely feel free to reach out to me if you have no clue, or even if you're doing well, you may just want, hey, I know I can fine tune. I know I can do better than what I'm doing. I make a lot of money. My business is doing okay, but I know that I could be doing better. I know that that's more that I can be doing. So that's what I want to say, a financial coach. Come to me. I'd definitely be willing to help you, talk with you, see if we can actually get you to where you need to be and help you navigate your roadmap to your financial freedom. This is Milton Johnson. Definitely been a pleasure talking to you all, been able to give you some gems, hopefully give you some advice, and hopefully I would like to see you very soon. Want to hear a word from you. Just tell me what you think. Is there anything you want me to talk about? Anything that's been on your mind? Definitely feel free to DM me. I definitely would like to address that. And I look forward to talking with you tomorrow. You be blessed. This is Milton Johnson.